Today I will be doing my indictment speech on texting and driving. Even though texting and driving is already illegal in 46 of our country's states, it needs to be taken in effect and take a very closer look at. Take a second and try to imagine the complete worst car accident that you could ever think of. Think of the skid marks on the roads, the completely totaled car, the scarred families waiting to see if their loved ones are dead or alive. Our country, South Dakota in particular, needs to get a handle on texting and driving before it gets out of control and more innocent people end up dying. Texting and driving is not only putting your own life at risk, it is putting everyone else's around you at risk with you. Texting and driving is comparable to having 4 beers. Not many people understand how important it is to not look at your phone on an open highway, street, or even interstate. In South Dakota, our interstate, you can go 80 miles per hour. This is a good thing, but also a very bad thing because people still choose to text. While texting on an 80-mile-per-hour interstate, it can lead to very bad things. If you are texting on an 80-mile-per-hour interstate, chances are you are not going to end up in a very good place. You will either run into someone, it doesn't matter how good of a driver or how good of a texter you are, you will not end up where you need to be. Texting makes a crash up to 23 more times likely, said by FoxNews.com. But you are about 6 times more likely to cause an accident while texting and driving while under the influence. So if you are texting and driving, you have more of a chance to cause an accident more than somebody who has been already drinking, which is a very, very interesting fact, I believe, because if somebody's had 2 or 3 beers and you're texting and driving, you have a better chance to cause an accident or hurt somebody, even though that person has already consumed alcohol. Even though texting and driving is illegal in all of those 46 states, including our state, even grown adults still break that law, and that is a very, very horrible thing because they put their kids' lives in risk every day. They put their friends' lives in risk every day. Nobody understands how completely dangerous this texting and driving is. 27% of adults have sent or received a text message while driving. I believe that it's okay to receive a text message when you're driving. That doesn't mean that you're texting and driving. That just means that you received a text message. But for you to pick up your phone and start texting while you're driving, if you're texting while you're driving, how can you can't look at the road. You will have cars coming at you. It just does not work. And I don't understand how people can sit there and text while still looking at the road. You could be the best multitasker in the world, but still, you're not going to be able to sit there and text people while you are driving, especially with people in your car. When people text and drive with me in their car, I tend to get anxiety. I get very scared. It's just not a good position for anybody to be in, especially if you're the driver. 15% of young drivers have witnessed their parents texting and driving. I believe that this percent is probably more now that our social media and technology has been getting bigger and better, especially for our parents to be getting into it more. This percentage or statistic does not surprise me. our grown adults are getting way more into our technology. Texting and driving is not only dangerous to our own lives, it is extremely dangerous to everyone else's life around us. You could be walking on the street and there could be a texting and driver, and they could hit you, and that wouldn't be your fault at all. It would be that person's, but it you are that innocent person on the street. Laws need to be strengthened so that the reckless people who choose to text and drive are not endangering these innocent citizens on the roads. Thank you very much.